We solid, tangents. We solid.
Hey guys, welcome to my page, Exotic Visionaries. I just wanted to start off by saying if you guys are here, then it's not by accident. You are definitely meant to be here. And I always say that because, if you found my page, you definitely meant to find it. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's topic, which is going to be about consuming and changing our habits. And I wanted to, really touch bases on this topic per se, just because I'm actually going through this as of right now. Like, I'm actually, watching what I consume, and it's not about, just eating. It's everything, like watching the people that I hang around, my friends and my family and stuff like that. Also watching what I watch on TV, being aware of what I watch on TV is very important. Being aware of what I listen to is also very important. So I kind of wanted to touch bases on this topic today because I'm going through it, and I know that with me sharing my experience and my understanding can help you guys as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started on today's topic. We can't wake up and stay the same. I started thinking like this. And, my mom played a big part in a lot of, the things and the decisions that I've made and that I'm making constantly on an everyday basis. I had to ask myself this question right here. How is what I'm consuming, whether it be the food that I eat or whether it be the things that I watch on TV or the things that I listen to or the places that I go or the people that I hang around, I started asking myself this one question. How is this helping me? How is this helping me in my everyday life? Is this helping me beneficially? Like, is this helping me change? Is this helping me become the person that I want to become? Or is this keeping me stagnant? And when I started to ask myself that specific question right there, things started to change. Like, for example, one of my detoxes that I'm currently going through right now, or one of my changing habits, is no pork. So, and I'm actually doing very good on it. I'm 10 days strong off no pork. So with me doing that, I started to ask myself, before I started the detox, I had a pork chop. I had actually cooked a pork chop, and I sat and I was getting ready to eat it, and I asked myself, I said, Brianna, how is this helping you? Is this actually very healthy for you, or do you know that deep down this is actually no good for you? And when I answered that question, it was like the next day I woke up and I told myself, I said, I'm not eating pork anymore. And since that day, it's been 10 days and I'm still haven't eaten no pork. So with me asking myself that, it actually started to change. So I ask myself that every time, whether I watch a show on TV or whether, I'm listening to a song or whether I'm hanging out with a person, I ask myself, how is this helping me? Is this helping me or is this keeping me stagnant, And once I answered it, I couldn't ignore it anymore. Once you ask yourself that question and you answer yourself truthfully on that question, you can't go back anymore. It's like you decided what you wanted to do. So it's basically no going back. You know what I'm saying? That's just where it is. And I want to say this. I should have said this from the beginning before I actually started the video or actually started going in the topic. I'm not trying to offend anybody or make anybody feel like, oh, she feels like she's better than people because she's growing or she's doing this or she's doing that. No, what I'm doing is I'm simply sharing my experience with you guys so I can share my understanding with you guys and you guys can get an understanding as well. And you guys can comment, you know what I'm saying? We can share our experiences all day, you know what I'm saying? And the deeper that my channel grows, you guys grow with me. You know what I'm saying? You guys help my channel grow. So, I don't want to offend anybody. I just wanted to say that I'm not trying to offend anybody. We as a people definitely need to be aware of our choices and definitely start making better ones. And I'm not saying you, I'm not saying y'all, I'm saying we, because we are as one. I'm not better than nobody, nobody's better than me. So we as a people definitely need to start making better choices. You get what I'm saying? Because if you guys ever seen people who walk around half dead, they look like zombies. Those are the reasons why, because of what they consume. You know what I'm saying? They don't change their daily habits. And after a while, the things that we consume, if they're bad, they're toxic. They're toxins in our body, and they start causing us to look dead and deformed, and we don't look right. But the more that we start making better choices, better food habits, better watching habits, better time habits, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. We look more alive. Our skin color starts to glow. Our body starts to change. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things start to change within, and it shows on the outside. You get what I'm saying? So we definitely need to, you know what I'm saying, take heed to that. Because I'm going to put it like this. What we're becoming, it can't have an outdated consumption. Like, what we're becoming, we can't have the old. You ever heard the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, it's out with the old as of now, starting, you know, you guys with Exotic Visionaries, out with the old, in with the new. So if you guys are currently on a detox, detox journey or anything like that, comment down below. Tell me how, some of the things that you guys are detoxing and how it's changing and how you see that it's helping you guys change, because I want us to start sharing our experiences. I want us to make this platform grow, and you know what I'm saying, I want to be able to share our understandings with each other. So again, if you did like today's topic, don't worry, because this is just the beginning. I have a lot more topics that I am so willing and so ready to share with you guys. And I think of these topics as they come to my head, and I sit and I write them down. And as I share my topics, it's because of the things that I'm currently experiencing throughout that time. So this is what I currently just experienced, which is changing my daily habits. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sit down and just write a little something and share it with you guys. So that's what I did. So if you like today's topic, don't worry. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning, and I have a lot more topics. Bye for now.